Hi guys, welcome to another Barb Stamps video. In today's video, we are focusing on the Merry Christmas to All bundle, but most specifically the Merry Christmas Thinlits dies. So the bundle is shown, or actually it's a suite called All is Bright, and it's shown on pages 4 and 5 of our holiday catalog. And you get a really large set full of very wonderful holiday sentiments that you can mix and match together to create all kinds of phrases. And then you can also throw in the words that the dies create. And then you can just create words. You can have a die in between some stamped words, just all kinds of fun things. So like I said, today we're going to be focusing on the die set. And this is what the pieces look like when they're cut out. There are 6 pieces in this set. We've got Christmas, Happy, Holidays, and Merry, along with a couple of sizes of tags. And the tags do fit some of the sentiments that are in the stamp set. Oops, sorry about the glare. Some of the sentiments that are in the stamp set. You also get this really fun swoosh. Oh, my glare is bad. Sorry. Okay, here's my swoosh. So here's the swoosh. That's really cool. The font is really nice. Cursive script. I really like that. And then we do have a tag for one of the dies as well. So it's a great set. And we're going to be concentrating on the dies. And so this is the card we're going to actually be making today. And when you watch to the end of the video, you will see that I did change it a little bit from how I ended the video because I wasn't super happy with it. So this is what it actually is going to be posted on my blog. And then I did also create another one using the Under the Mistletoe Designer Series paper. Same type of layout. I did use some of the snowflakes from the special in November, so stay tuned for that, and some of our red rhinestones. So sit back and relax, and I'll get the supplies and we'll get started. All right, here are my supplies. I have a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 piece of our cardstock vellum. And you can see that I already have the word Merry on there. I have that done. I'm going to do the Christmas and the little sprig, and I'll show you how I do that with the multi-purpose adhesive sheets. I have a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of the Designer Series paper. And here are all the patterns in the Joyous Noel Specialty Designer Series paper pack. This is the side that doesn't have any of the foil accents. They are just gorgeous Christmas patterns. We've got some plain patterns that are going to work great for some multicolored images. And then we've got some patterns for some Christmas things. And then you flip it over and here's, oops, this one's upside down. And then here's all the ones with the foil accents. So we have the gorgeous copper snowflakes, the copper kind of holly berry images, the copper vines, the copper leaves, oops, this one got up, the copper, little copper sprigs, and then of course the reindeer with the little copper stars. So the paper is gorgeous. So I think I said this, 5 1/4 by 4. And then we have our Merry Merlot card base of 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then I have a scrap piece of Tranquil Tide that I'm going to adhere to a piece of our multi-purpose adhesive sheets. So I'm just going to lay this on here. And then we'll just cut around it. Like so. Okay. I'm going to bring in one of our silicone mats, peel the backing off of the sheet here, and we will just cover this piece. I'm going to do it on my silicone mat, so any excess adhesive that doesn't get on the Tranquil Tide piece of cardstock, I can then just probably roll right off of that piece there. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of take my finger, get that excess rolled off, and then I'm just going to throw that into the garbage. Then when I peel this off, that's going to have the adhesive. So I'm going to go die cut this first. So I'm going to take my Christmas and my sprig over to my Big Shot. I'm going to run these through and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my foam mat and my die brush here. So I'm just going to roll through that and get the pieces out. So you can see I've got my adhesive backing on the back of the sprig there. And then we will get the Christmas out of there. Sometimes when they stick in there, I'll just take my piercing tool, kind of just push it underneath. those areas, and then I can get those to release. There we go. And we'll just keep going here. There's my top of my eye. There we go. Get rid of this and my silicone mat. Bring my vellum piece back in here, and then I can just remove the paper backing on my word. And then I'm just going to lay this right underneath the Mary, kind of at an angle. Like that. Press that down. And then I have my little dot for my eye. Bring my piercing tool in here, try to get that off. There we go, because I don't have any fingernails. And we have our eye. Okay, and then I have my little sprig here. And then I also have a little die cut sprig from Mary Merlot that I'm just going to place right on here. And then I have my sprig of the Tranquil Tide. Oops, pull that off. And I'm just going to kind of add this right there. Maybe I'll kind of put it under this one. My adhesive is a little bit forgiving. There. Okay. And I've got some of my gold faceted dots here. So I'm just going to pick off one of these medium-sized ones. And I think we are going to snip off the ends of those because they're a little bit longer than I wanted. And we're just going to add that to the front of that. So now, on the back of this, I am going to add some liquid glue where the words are. So it won't show through to the front, but yet it will still stick down. And then, but you won't be able to see the glue from the front side, because sometimes vellum, it's hard to hide your adhesives. And we're just going to add that to our gorgeous layer. So we're going to have the pattern in the background, but it's going to be a little bit muted by the vellum, which is just going to give it a really nice, elegant look. Okay, press that into place, and we've got our Mary Merlot card base here. And I'm going to add this to the front with some dimensionals. It's really hard to use this paper because you want to be able to use both sides, but thankfully you get 2 sheets of every pattern, so you have the chance to use both sides. Peel all those off. And you know what? I just had an idea. I wonder, let me try this. I'm going to bring in my Vegas Gold Shimmer Paint. And I have a little sponge here that I've been using when I've been using my shimmer paint in a sponge. I just keep it in this little bag. And I just want to see how it would look if I went with gold around the edges of this. So I've got my little sponge here. I bring in a silicone mat. I'm just going to kind of dip my sponge into the lid to get a little bit of paint on it. And I'm going to actually kind of dab it off a little bit on this so I don't have a ton on here. I just want to try a little bit just to sort of see how this is going to look if I add a little bit of shine around the edge of this. Hopefully it'll look really cool when we're done and we have it all put together. So we'll see. Oops, I don't know if I had that in the camera frame. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're just gently going around the edges with that. Put the lid on, because if I don't, I will dump it out. Okay, and that should dry fairly quickly since it's a really thin, light layer. And now we're going to add this to the front, hopefully in the center. Okay, like so. Oops, got some glue there. And one more thing I might do here, this is some of our Mary Merlot ribbon. I wonder if I just tied a small knot. We did something like that up in the corner maybe? I don't know. We'll try the knot. Get some scissors out here. I'm just going to flip this so that both of the Mary Merlot sides come up here. Snip these ends off. That wasn't very straight. I don't know. I think with that might be too much. If we added a bow maybe up there to balance out what's down here. I think I'm going to go ahead and make it a little smaller, and I think I am going to put it on there. And then I'm going to look at it off camera for a little while, and then I'm going to decide if that's actually how I'm going to keep it. So, do you ever do that? Do you ever put something together and then you have to look at it for a little while and go, is that really what I want to do with that? We're going to try it. Okay, so we are going to stick that with a glue dot, just like right there. And then we will leave that as it is. So here's the card. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give the video a thumbs up if you did like it. Subscribe to my channel right down here. And then click on the notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And please purchase your supplies at shoppingwithbarb.com. That helps me out. I offer free gifts with purchase every month. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.